All right, you guys, this is 7A and 7B study guide. Now, it's going to be a little bit different for 7B. 7B, I am going to post your 3 questions that are different at the end of the video. So, I'm just going to start it off. This is the study guide for 7A, 7B, and your test is Friday, October 12th. All right, it's tomorrow. Number 1 says the square root of 32m to the 7th power n to the 10th. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take out the variables. I'm going to take out the m first. So I got m to the 6th. I got m to the 7th. All right, so it's raised to the 7th power. That, my friend, is an odd number. And since it is an odd number, I know that one of the m's will stay in. So if I take 7 minus 1, I have 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So put that out here. I have m to the 3, to the 3rd power. Let me erase that. Equal. All right, and now let's look at the n. N to the 10th. That is an even number. All right, so I can do 10 divided by 2, and that gives me 5. So I have n to the 5th power. Sorry, I forgot to write that m inside of there. Now we're done. We are completely done with our variables. Only thing I have left is the 32. So I'm going to erase this because I need some space. The 32, 8 times 4. 4 times 2, we're just making a tree. All right, so now I got it down to its prime. I have 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. I have 5 2s, so let me write that right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, how many pairs do I have? Let's find the pairs. This is 1. This is 2. All right, so the remainder I have is 2. And since that is the remainder, this 2 goes inside. And now I take 2 times 2, which is 4. 4 is coming out. So our answer is, I don't think this is enough space. 4 and 5, m 32m. That's our answer right there. Next one. Number 2. Number 2 says we got the square root of 80y to the 17th, x to the 10, and z to the 8. All right, I'm not going to do all that stuff like I did before. I'm just going to talk you through it. So y to the 17th is a odd number. 17 is odd. So if I go 1 down, I have 16. 16 divided by 2 is 8. So I have y to the 8 on the outside with 1y remaining. All right, so then I go to the x. 10 divided by 2 is 5. I have no remainders, so I have 5x outside. And then I go to the z. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So I have z to the 4th with no remainders. And now I go to the 80. 8 times 10. I can break both these numbers up to 4 times 2. I can break both these numbers up to 5 times 2. This is prime. This is prime. This is prime. This can be broken up more. So I have, let's write what we have left. We have 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. All right, so let's get our pairs. We have a pair right there. We have a pair right there. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 is coming out. What is left is our remainder of 5. 5 goes inside. And this is your answer. Three says that I'm going to graph y is equal to 3x plus 1. All right. The first thing you need to do is you need to write your m. Your m in this problem is 3. 3 over 1. Your rise is 3. Your run is 1. The next thing you need to do is write your b. Your b is 1 in quadrant form. It is 0, 1. Is this line positive or negative? This line is positive because our m is positive, so the line is positive. Now let's just graph this. All right, I'm going to change the color. The first point is on your graph is always B. The reason why I make you guys write a coordinate point, is so you guys can remember that that is the first point. So we're going to go to 0, 0, 1, which is right here. And then our rise is 3. So I'm going to go up 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to go over 1 to the right because our line is positive, and that is right there. I'm going to come back down here, and I'm going to go down 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to go over 1 to the left because I want to keep that line positive, and there we go. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not using a ruler. But y is equal to 3x plus 1. Number 4. Graph y is equal to 1/3 x minus 1. M is 1/3. Your rise is 1. Your run is 3. B is -1. So your first point on your graph is going to be 0, -1. This line is positive because your M is positive. All right, here we go. Let's graph. All right, the first point is going to be right here. Oops, no, it's not. I messed up. The first point is going to be right there. All right, and then I'm going to go up 1 over 3. 1, 2, 3. Next point right there. All right, and then I'm going to go down 1 over 3. 1, 2, 3. Right there. Oh, man, because I drew the lines crazy. That looks weird. And there you go. It's supposed to be a straight line, sorry. This is y equals 1/3 x minus 1. Number 5. It says graph y is equal to -4/3 x plus 2. My m is -4/3. My rise is 4. My run is 3. B is 2. And a coordinate point, that's 0, 2. This line is negative. This line is negative because my B is negative. All right, let's graph this. All right. So here we go. My first point is at 0, 2, which is right there. My rise says 4, so I'm going to go up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. My run says 3. Now I'm going to the left 3 because it's negative. So 1, 2, 3. I'm right there. I'm going to go down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to go over to the right this time 3 because I want to keep that line negative. 1, 2, 3. So then this is the line right here. Y is equal to negative 4/3 x plus 2. Number 6, A, but we're doing Pythagorean theorem. A is 10, B is 11, C is we don't know. Let's go. A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. A is 10. I'm going to square it plus B, which is B is 11 squared is equal to C squared. All right. Next, we need to find the square. We need to square these numbers. So 10 squared is 100. 11 squared is 121 is equal to C squared. All right. After this, we need to add them up. All right. This comes out to be 221 is equal to C squared, but we don't want to know what C squared is, so we must square both sides. When you square both sides, C is equal to the square root of 221. All right, number 7. A is we don't know. B is equal to 13, and C is equal to 17. All right, I'm just getting on my calculator so I can have all of these off. The formula is, I'm going to do this two ways so you guys can see. A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. A squared, we don't know. B squared is 13 squared. C squared is 17. 17 squared. I have A squared plus 169 is equal to 289. All right, so now because I'm solving for A, I want to get A by itself. So I need to subtract 169 from both sides, 169. And then I have A squared is equal to 120. And then I need to square both sides. Square both sides to get A by itself. A is equal to the square root of 120. Or I can do C squared minus B squared is equal to A squared. C squared is 17 squared minus 13 squared is equal to A squared. 17 squared is 289 minus 169 is equal to A squared. 120 is equal to A squared. Square both sides. The square root of 120 is equal to A. All right. Number 8. Number 8 says A is equal to 13, B is equal to we don't know, and C is equal to 21. A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. 13 squared plus B squared is equal to 21 squared. 13 squared is 169 plus B squared is equal to 441 minus 169 from both sides. B squared is equal to, that's 11, so that is 2. That is 13, so that is 7, and that is that. And then we need to square both sides. When we square both sides, b is equal to the square root of 272. Number 9. A is equal to 3. B is equal to 4. C is equal to, we don't know. All right, so a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. A, 3, b is 4, and c is we don't know. Oh, sorry. C squared. 3 squared is 9 plus 16 is equal to c squared. 25 is equal to c squared. Now we need to square both sides. When I square both sides, c is equal to 5. All right. Oh, just to keep that. I'm sorry, I moved up kind of fast. Number 10.
Number 10 is what is the square root of something?
Oh, the question is, what is the inverse operation of a square root? The inverse operation of a square root is a square number. Here we go. 25. The square root of 25 is 5, and 5 squared equals 25. There we go. And here we go. The 3 questions for 7B. 7B. So here we go. I'm going to do, the first one said graph y equal to 3 halves x plus 2. Your m is 3 halves. So your rise is 3. Your run is 2. And your b is 2. The coordinate is at 0, 2. And this is a positive graph. Let's graph it. All right, here we go. The first point is at 0, 2, so I'll go to 0, 2, which is right here. The rise is 3, so I'll go up 3. 1, 2, 3. The run is 2. It's positive, so I'll 1, 2 over there. And now I'm going down to 1, 2, and I'm going down 3. 1, 2, 3, and over to the left 2. 1, 2. There you go. All right. The next one. A equals 4, B equals we don't know, and C equals 17. All right. And A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. A is 4 squared plus B squared is equal to 17 squared. 4 squared is 16 plus B.
Take care, Justin Beavers.
Have a nice one.
Have a good one.
is equal to 284. All right, so then I need to subtract 16 from both sides. Hold on, I want to make sure that's right. I think it's 289. Yes, 289. Sorry. 289. Subtract 16 from both sides. B squared is equal to 273. Square both sides. B is equal to the square root of 273. All right. And that is your study guide. So here's your bonus question. Bonus. Who's the person who just called me Justin Bieber? Who is that voice? All right. Who is that voice? You guys know what you got to do. You have to dojo me that. Who is the voice that just called me Justin Bieber? You guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow.